Well, it's that time of year again where folks gather together and enjoy delicious foods and give thanks. One of the most cooked foods around this time is none other than macaroni and cheese. I have a recipe today that is not only delicious, but it's cost effective because I am frugal and is plant-based healthy. Now, most of our vegan cheeses out there, unfortunately, are full of seed oils, fillers, and synthetic flavorings. But this cheese is full of healthy fats from nuts or seeds and vegetables, and it's super easy to make. If you haven't watched my plant-based queso, check out that video first. The link is in the description bar. So what you'll need for this recipe is the plant-based queso, which I have here, and I usually make a bunch and I freeze it and then take it out when I need it. You'll also need some pasta noodles and breadcrumbs. Oh, and don't forget your baking pan. Just don't make a mess like I did here. So first, you're going to boil the noodles and boil them until they're almost done. Not completely, because you're going to finish it in the oven. And then once you're done, strain out the water, salt the noodles, and then pour in the cheese that you've already warmed up in a pot. Look at that. Doesn't that look yummy and creamy? Now, to be honest, I really should have just stopped right here because this is normally how I make my macaroni and cheese. I don't bake it. I usually just stir in the cheese and make it nice and creamy. But I wanted to see what would happen if I added breadcrumbs on the top to give it that nice browning and crunch effect. So here I'm putting the breadcrumbs on the top, and then I'm going to put this in the oven on low broil for about 10 minutes until I get the desired brown effect. And this is how it turned out. So it's a little mushier than I like it, but that's because I'm using gluten-free noodles. So those that are using gluten-free noodles, remember, don't cook it as long on the stove, so that way it can hold its shape. But I like the creaminess here. The flavor is really good. Next time I'm not going to use breadcrumbs, but if you do prefer breadcrumbs, this is what it'll look like potentially, and it tastes really good. So here I added it to a plate of some other items. I have some marinated tofu where I just marinated it and baked it. It was really good. And I have to add some greens because you can't have a healthy meal without some greens. So what I have is collards and dandelion greens sauteed in garlic, onions, ginger, and a little lemon juice. And one thing I did forget is my cayenne pepper. So I'm going to add that to the top here and eat that off camera. So let me know what you think when you try this recipe. Do you prefer it with the breadcrumbs or do you prefer it just creamy? Well, I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial and I've inspired you on your whole food plant-based journey. Learn more ways that are able to keep you healthy with God's 8 laws of health by clicking on the links in the description bar. And until next time, God bless.